another workout for you. We're going to start with a little warming up just to get movement and a little flexibility before we go into a HIIT workout. Our bodies are always changing, everything, you know, our flexibility, our strength are always changing. So each workout you should be modifying to fit how you feel that day. Don't think of it as a linear progression where you did this many reps last time, so now you have to do even more. Otherwise, you're getting worse. You want to just tap into how your body's feeling every workout and go with it, because your body's telling you what it needs. It may need some more stretching that day. It may need some more strengthening that day. That said, I've been off my routine for a couple weeks. My core feels weak. I just feel like my neck is tight. I'm not breathing well. So this workout's gonna focus more on the fundamental movements, unweighted squats, push-ups, abs, just focusing on mechanics so that I can feel better. So grab a foam roll. This is one of my favorite stretches, especially when I'm feeling tight between the shoulder blades or upper back. So you're gonna kind of find your sit bones. I always start by finding my sit bones, and then you're rolling, kind of rolling out. And I like to kind of pause at my low back, see if there's any tension. If you breathe, you're gonna get a little bit more stretch because your body is gonna be relaxed when you exhale. So letting that air out is gonna allow your spine to move a little bit more. So just focus on your breathing, find those spots. Now, when you get to mid to upper back, that's where you want to focus, really focus on your breathing, because you're getting into your rib cage. So when you breathe, those ribs move. When those ribs move, the spine should move. So I like to extend over as long as, I'm trying to keep my tuck and keeping those little abs active. So you inhale, and then exhale and kind of extend. Usually I can get some good stretching and maybe some pops here and there, which tend to feel good. Or you can, find a segment and just work on that segment and then move. Trying to keep everything below that stable. And then I like to just open up and roll over it. Usually after that, I can get more, rotation, and just kind of seeing how you feel. That's one of my favorite stretches. Okay, so now I'm gonna have you lay on your back. We're gonna find that core. You're gonna do a good exhale, getting your ribs down so that your ribs are going in, back, and down, okay? So thinking of lining up that rib cage over your pelvis, you're doing a little slight pelvic tuck, so those abs are on. Now I want you to think about your shoulder blades flat on the ground. So you don't want your shoulders sticking up here. You want to work them back here while keeping your ribs down. So we're working on shoulder blade on rib cage movement instead of them moving together. You're going to start with your elbows on the ground. I want you to breathe as you exhale. You're bringing those ribs down as you bring those arms up. Trying to keep everything, you don't want to be here. You want to keep that whole spine on the floor, those ribs down, and then inhale, come down, exhale up. Trying to keep the whole arm on the floor. Inhale, exhale. There should be no pinching in your shoulders. Ouch. You don't want to hike up your shoulders. You want to keep your shoulders down as you bring your hands up. So that is challenging your core, your rib cage stability while you're moving your arms. So good to work on. All right, now I want to do a little bit more stretch for the back, and then we'll get going. So you're gonna get on your elbows and knees, and then I want you to bring those elbows as close to your knees as possible here, okay? And then you're gonna think about keeping your neck relaxed, your shoulders down. You don't want them up by your ears, but down. And you're gonna think about rounding your entire back in the shape of a C. Okay, so you're gonna inhale and exhale. A little bit of a tuck so you get a low back stretch. Expand between the shoulder blades. On the exhales, bring those ribs in. You can do some reaches out, like alternating. Get more lats and intercostals and back muscles. Good stretch. Now I want you to reach as far as you can forward and just let your chest collapse on your knees. Head down and relax. On your exhale, you're going to reach as far as you can. Try to feel some stretch in the chest. So you're laying on your side, knees together, hands together. Try to put that shoulder right under you so it's not tight under your ear. You're gonna inhale and just rotate in or up, back, whatever you wanna think of. Breathe a few there. You can hold it here or you can come back on the exhale and do more opening on the inhale. Coming back on the exhale. Just to get some rotation through your spine, let your head follow your arm. If you stay there, you should feel a good chest opener. You're trying to get, in my case, my right shoulder towards the ground. Every exhale, ribs in. Inhale into that chest. Exhale, feel those abs. All right, let's do that on the other side. So stack your knees, stack your shoulders. You're inhaling. Let your neck roll. Now you're gonna notice, if you keep your knees stacked and your pelvis stacked, that one side you might rotate more. Like I can rotate a lot easier and drop this left shoulder a lot farther than I did my right side. All those things are important to note as you work out, comparing left to right, because you'll start to appreciate the asymmetries you have and the imbalances that you want to help correct. So right here, let's take a couple breaths. In the chest wall, exhale, drop the shoulder. All right. I have 6 exercises that we will do 2 times through. 50 seconds of work, 10 seconds break. That's enough time, if you need to modify through it, if you need to take quick breaks throughout that 50 seconds, feel free, whatever your body is feeling, modify to accommodate. So I'm not gonna use any weights this workout just because I feel like I really need to work on my mechanics and get my core balanced out. But if you want to make things harder and you're feeling great, grab some weights and you can weight the exercises. We're ready to go. I have my timer set. So the first one, we're going to be starting with squats. I want you to really think about your core when you're squatting. It's all about your core. Every workout is about the core. So important. So weight on your heels, hip width apart. You're going to go down. So those knees are over your toes. Your rib cage is going to be in, and then exhale as you come up. So this is basic. You can exhale that whole way to keep your abs on, or you can inhale, exhale on the way out. So this is the easiest. If you feel like you're hinging at the hips, you're keeping that core like a cylinder, then when you come down, you can bring those arms up and challenge that a little bit. Make sure your neck doesn't get tight. You can increase your speed if you feel like you have control. The weight should be equal on your heels. And you should be hitting at least 90 degrees. Okay, so on the floor, feel the weight through your heels. Get those ribs set, arms up. You're going to go opposite arm, leg out. Keeping everything between your shoulders and your pelvis completely still. So that's the stability piece. You can also go like this. You gotta feel your whole spine on the floor. Ribs are staying down. I'm shaking with this one, so I know I need to work my core a little bit today. You should feel equal pressure on every vertebrae. Don't let any of them pop up. Ribs down. Feel those abs. Okay, so elevated push-ups. You can either be here on your knees, if you have something that's going to allow you to do that. You can be on your feet, or you can put your feet up here. So pick one of those variations. I'm actually going to start this way because I need to get my abs on. So you're going to do a little bit of tuck, ribs in, go down, up. This chair doesn't allow me to go very far. I'm going to go on the ground because that's not helpful. Okay. Exhale that whole movement. Doesn't matter how fast you go, it's all about mechanics. Feeling that core. So your shoulder blades should go, as you come down, they should kind of roll back instead of staying a tight chest that whole way through. You need those shoulder blades to roll back. All right, back in a squat variation. You're lined up here. Feel those abs. You're gonna tap, semicircle, back, and then reverse it. So you're basically in a single leg stance, challenging that left leg, but you're getting some hip strengthening on the other leg. Okay, so here you want to be here, shoulders back, ribs in. When I say cylinder, I mean, so if my thorax was a pop can, I don't want to be here. That's a dented can and that's really hard on your back. Okay, so you got to do a little bit of a tuck, weight through your heel. We're actually going to do that on the other side. We'll do, yeah. We're going to add a few minutes because we can. Okay, so I'm trying to keep that cylinder shape between my shoulders and my hips. I can't talk and multitask this movement at the same time. So keep those ribs tucked. You don't want them flared because that means your back is extended. Feeling a lot of right side leg. My shoulders are starting to drop forward. Try to keep them back, open chest. I can just tell that today I'm just not feeling the good mechanics, so I'm really trying to focus on that. Okay, side plank. You can be on your elbow or your hand. Be here, we're gonna do a full rotation. So lift, rotate down. Try to keep that neck relaxed. Feeling a lot of low left abs right now. Keep your tuck. Your back should not be tense. All right, we're gonna switch that on the right side. You can go to your elbow, you can go to your knees. Whatever you're feeling is challenging, but not overdone. All right, here. Try to keep your cylinder shape in your core so you're not here on your inhales. Those ribs stay checked and down. If you're feeling tension in your back, try to bend your knees just a little bit and do a little bit more tuck. All right. So now we're going to do push-ups with some reaching. So you need to start on your knees, modified push-ups. That's perfect. I'll show you here. So you're going to push up. You're going to stabilize, reach forward, side, back, push up, forward, side, back without moving your core. Okay? Inhale into that upper back. Stabilize, forward, side, back. Forward, side, back. All right, half done. One time through. So we have one more. Air squats. Okay, so you're starting here. If you feel like those abs are on the whole motion, then you can add the arms here. Doing squats or any movements, exercises in front of a mirror is so helpful. So if you feel like you need to check your mechanics, grab a mirror or go find a mirror. You gotta let those knees go forward above your toes, otherwise you're gonna be very quad dominant. Feel those hamstrings. Okay, so we're gonna be on our back. You can either keep your legs here or elevate. Opposite arm leg. Feel that whole core. So this round, I feel like it's not as hard because I'm getting in better position. Thinking about that core is more active. I can keep those ribs down and that spine flat a lot easier. So notice those things when you work out, because you're working out to get a stronger, more balanced body. So you gotta know what to work on. All right. Push-ups. So you can elevate. I don't like that chair, so I'm not going to elevate. You can put your hands or feet up on an elevated surface or just go to the floor. Okay? Inhale between those shoulder blades. Exhale. So as you come here, instead of being here, open up those shoulder blades and come down. Okay? Then you're not going to get shoulder pinching,
So I'm gonna stay on my knees so I can focus on that. Those ribs should be in. Core stable. You should not flex or extend through that spine when you go through the movement. Once you set yourself, think of your body as like a board. It's not, it's like, just staying stable, not bending. Okay. Back to the squat. So I'm gonna do a side view. I'm gonna start with my left leg. We're getting really over that left side. So I wanna feel my heel. I'm gonna get as low as I can. Drag the foot around. So this is some balance too, being on one leg. And really think about that core. Ribs in. Feel those low abs with a slight tuck. You shouldn't be flexed like this either. You want to be neutral. Flat back with an activated core. Okay, other side. So you're going to stay really stacked over that heel that you're standing on. Lots of abs on that side. You should feel some outer hip on the moving leg. Really keeping that core active. Literally so important. It's all about the core. It really, really is. Okay, so plank. You're here. Inhale. Exhale. Try to really get that shoulder blade back and open up that chest. So this is the side that I felt like I couldn't get that right shoulder down when we were doing the warm-up. So working on that shoulder blade, moving back on the rib cage with my abs on is important. All right, other side. Two more minutes, we're done. 14-minute workout plus the warm-up, so it's a little longer than that. Here, I feel like I can open that shoulder so much easier. Remember to keep your tuck. That shoulder, that rib cage should be aligned with your pelvis. All right, so that's a lie. We're not done. We have one more. We gotta do our push-ups, and then you're done. So, start here. I'm gonna keep it on my knees because I'm starting to get tired and my neck is getting too active. So, do your tuck, ribs in. You're coming down, up, reach, reach, reach. Hi, buddy. Hey, you have a good nap? Good.
I sleep perfect.
You slept perfect?
There's no one in that box.
No, it's not in that box. All right, so hope you enjoyed that workout. Stay balanced, and part of that is keeping kind of track of that left versus right when you're doing exercises and seeing where your limitations are so that you can fix it. Stay balanced.